Alrighty, hello there. So this is a little deck video and gameplay for a Summon Reanimator. So this is kind of like a Final Fantasy deck that I've really enjoyed playing. So it features Yuna, Hope of Spira, basically giving all enchantments and herself creatures you control have trample, lifelink, and ward 2. At the beginning of the end step, return up to one target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So basically, it's pretty much straightforward. We just try to use different cards to get the summons into the graveyard, and then we then reanimate it with Yuna. We got some ramp with Landwarp Elves. We have the Optimistic Scavenger taking advantage of all the enchantments. Being able to put the +1/+1 counters on it, and from there having also early access to having Sheltered by Ghost if we're playing a little bit of aggressive decks to try to stabilize until we can either get Yuna or some of the summons to kind of do the work. Now, the finality counters, my opinion of them is like it's fine for this deck. Usually when you have Bahamut or Knights of Round out, I mean, you're most likely going to win that game. There is some instance of removal that will just exile, but that's why we also have the Leviathan to, you know, if we feel like there's going to be a threat of that happening, we could just bounce everything back to the hand, and with the Summon Titan being able to return all the lands from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped, I mean, we'll just be able to hard cast these later in the game if it gets to that point. So yeah, like I really like the style of deck. You know, those who've seen my gameplay before, I'm always a big fan of Reanimator. I mean, in this meta, you know, there are plenty of ways to exile graveyards, but I mean, that doesn't really deter me from playing this deck because, you know, with the ramp in green, you're just able to card cast it. So you just have to kind of adjust the playstyle for the meta that you're, you know, playing against. Aggro is still very much a thing, but there's a lot of mid-range decks playing in the platinum rank. So we're going to see probably a lot of Orzhov, some sort of like min-ragey, like Bloodletter type decks. You know, it is basically taking over the format with mono red. So we do get some awkward matchups, but you know, with Dredger's Insight being able to gain life, like I've been able to stabilize enough to win these games. So I wanted to jump into some gameplay to kind of show what the deck does. Again, this is super fun. I enjoy playing these style of decks, and you know, maybe we'll play into some mirror matches. We're just gonna play some best of ones here. All right, so we'll jump into a match. And it's definitely interesting where standard is, because like it's basically in newer territory with the amount of cards we have access to, you know, with the third kind of year being available, and foundations just kind of stabilizing the cards that you have access to for a longer period of time. Right. So unfortunately no turn 1 here, but definitely like the Roiling Dragonstorm and the Insight. Okay. Playing some sort of, could be mono green here, could be Simic. Okay, well, since we got the Yuna, let's try to get our graveyard fueled. Put the Titan in there. Yeah, I kind of like the Scavenger here. So we'll be able to Scavenger and then Dragonstorm on next turn. Brushland. Okay, so there's some weight in the deck. We don't have to. I think I want to take advantage. Yeah, let's take advantage of our mana here. A little scavenger. Yeah, I think we'll draw some cards and then we'll get rid of the Leviathan. Okay, sheltered by ghosts. That's pretty good. Yeah, I definitely like that. Okay, so this might be like a +1/+1 kind of deck. There could be like Ozolith is probably a card that they might be running. Also, I think the Earth Crystal gives additional +1/+1s there. Okay. Yeah, the word 2 on that is kind of awkward. We could take away the Talon. So I think we're going to start off, we're going to try to mill into something here. So yeah, we'll take the land here. I think I'm liking the Verge. Yeah, and I think Sheltered by Ghosts is the play here. Now they could also give hexproof to something here, so this could potentially get countered. Okay, so we'll see if this resolves here. Yep, perfect. Yeah, I think I like attacking here because I want to be a little aggressive. We're gonna gain some life. Yeah, so overall, really liking the start here. Oh, okay, and then we're gonna get Sheltered by Ghosts. Like, if you're playing white, it's such a good card. So we'll get the Innkeeper's talent back. So let's look at our graveyard here. I think reanimating the summon is going to be... Hopefully we'll get some hits there for next turn's Yuna. So we'll go ahead and attack. Yeah, I feel like the Leviathan we can hold off. Yeah, definitely saw Knights around there, so that's going to be a good hit for next turn if... Classification, so okay, on the Titan, that's fine. Now the advantage of that too is that got rid of the finality counter, so okay, a little bit of life gain there. I have one green. I still feel okay blocking. Okay, so go to the Rails. Do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and be aggressive here. This Knights around is going to come out. We'll get 4 creatures. Okay. Give Yuna a +1/+1 here. And then again, every time we reanimate something, we do get the life gain. So, like, over time, these are just... I honestly think this is a really underrated card. In Reanimator decks, this is, like, just so key. Cast it, you get, like, you know, an artifact or creature card. Or, sorry, you put an artifact, creature, or land card from among them. Time an artifact and or creature. And there we go, yeah, like, just our opponent not really able to stabilize there. So, yeah, it definitely, you know, punishes over time, because the Reanimator, like, if you're reanimating Knights around or Bahamut, like, you know, turn 5, like, it's really hard for opponents to come back from that. Not that they can't do it, because I definitely lost games in interesting ways, but so, like, the meta is very interesting too. You play a lot of different styles of decks as well. Like, I definitely made the mistake last game, the mouse that deals damage when you kill it. I killed it, I was at like 4 life, 5, so I definitely just forgot about the ability, and I got punished for it, so it happens. Yeah, so I definitely like her curve here, having the Fenrir to be able to ramp. Like, this is the ideal curve here. So we could be playing a rabbit deck here, so this will be interesting. Yeah, and then we're just literally gonna shelter by Ghost the creature here. Slow them down a little bit. Play starting town here to take advantage. Do some ramping, so yeah, definitely on the good old ramping train here for a turn for Yuna. Now the only problem is there's not anything in the graveyard, but Yuna is just nice to get out. Especially, this is why I like the summons, because yeah, okay, they sack, but then like, you know, if you get this kind of awkward situation where you didn't mill, you just reanimate, you know, for more ramp, and then you can start hard casting stuff later on in the game. So yeah, thin out the deck here. Forest, and then we'll get the +1/+1 for Yuna, so that'll be nice. And then we're just gonna offer literally just. I kind of just like this play here. Okay, yeah, they're definitely just. We're gonna reanimate. Took advantage of that situation. And again, like, I don't know, like the finality counter stuff, like I know there's some people that don't really like it. In this deck, ooh, okay, that's scary. Okay, this might be a problem. Yeah, because those Phyrexians will be quite large. Okay. That just made the game extremely more complicated, so we'll see what we can do here. What's the best case scenario? I think we offer some trades here, and I think if they double block Yuna, like, that's really not the end of the world. Yeah, let's offer some trades and see if we can at least get, because you have to respect the Planeswalker here, because that's going to get out of hand very quickly. We'll go to attacks and we'll offer the trades here. We'll see what they do. Yeah, so we get a double block, that's fine. We'll definitely go like this. Okay, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, the war might be awkward. Okay. So the question is, can they deal with the Bahamut in their hand? I honestly just think the play here, yeah, again, you have to respect the Planeswalker. Yeah, because I'm at 1, 2, there's 5 mana there. I can't pay for the Ward 1. Yeah, I think unfortunately here we're just going to do Shelter by Ghost. We'll pay the ward cost. Because that would just get way too scary over time. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay, well this will be a pretty easy decision here. Okay. We are just literally killing the Planeswalker because we cannot have that stick around for. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Yeah, that got scary in a minute. Well, luckily there's no trample. Oh, pretty sure this is good game. Oh, do I have enough mana for that? Access to another blue mana. That is quite unfortunate. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure all my basics are out. Oh, that would have been nice to just bounce everything. That's not going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem with the auto tap, because the starting town was tapped, and I could have used it to actually hardcast that Leviathan, and then we would have been fine. But that's the way it goes. Yeah, these green decks are like. That's really interesting. Like, I don't even know, like, back in Standard if, like, hardened scales was that quick for counters. Like, this is, like, the meta for Standard is, like, wild. Well, again, we have the mill, draw discard, so again, not ideal, but like this is not a terrible starting hand that I'm like fine with it. Yeah, I kind of like just trying to get stuff in the graveyard and see if we can pull a Yuna. Get the purge. Just present the trade. Nope, no interest there. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty fun card. I like that. Ooh, this might be the This might be the Naya version of Yuna, so that's exciting. I'm a big fan of this list too. I just decided for blue because I like the Leviathan to bounce. Like I'm a big fan of doing that as well. I have quite a bit of lands. Let's see if we can. Wow. Oh. Okay. Arena Shuffler. What is going on here? Wow, that is wild. I guess we'll just get rid of the pad. Like, that's unbelievable. We're just gonna pass the turn. This is gonna be unbelievable if I find a way to win this game with, like, this is just absolute nonsense. Okay, Kona. Playing Omniscience? What is this? Sure. Okay, what are we doing? Italy? Okay. I mean, I think there could have been way scarier things. This creature. Let me put a creature card from your hand. That card is an enchantment card. It enters tapped and attacking. Ooh, okay. Alright. I drew another land. Yeah. Okay. That's magic for you sometimes. I'm gonna play another one. I need to erase that game from my memory very quickly. Okay. Shuffler, come on. Not a keepable hand by any stretch of the imagination. Not a fan of this either, but we're gonna keep it. Okay. Boy, that would have been nice to turn to. Don't underestimate me. Okay. Sure. I don't have to because I'm going to lose this game because of this freaking shuffler that's just wild right now. Okay. Mono Black Reanimator. Okay. Didn't attack. Interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna get blue. Oh, hooray, we got to land. Look at that. I mean, we got the counter spell. Nothing is really advancing our board too much, so I think we'll just keep the counter spell open. No, I don't care about that. We'll just get rid of the Leviathan. Okay, I don't mind just countering this, but yeah, let's just counter the ability here. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we can get a land if we're gonna no. Of course it's tapped. Okay. Doing this in hard mode. Just let them steal it now. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yes, it's not just creature spells. Land permanent. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, the Sheltered by Ghost would have been nice to keep, but... Oh. Yeah, that hurts. Here, just take all the Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay. Well, that sucks, but it is what it is. Just all the card draw. Oh, this game likes to troll me sometimes. Alright. Well. Alright, so that was interesting. So, other than those two last games where the shuffler decided to do interesting things, again, really fun deck. Really enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed witnessing what the deck does, and if you'd like to try this for yourself, it's so much fun. Like I said, the trolling of Arena is just going to be ever existing forever. But yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. I'm going to be running this list like I'm literally building this physically because I do really enjoy this style of deck. You know, it is hit and miss, but when it does its thing, it's very hard for opponents to come back from. But as you can see, like even the green decks that we've seen, like it's, you know, had I made different decisions, maybe the turnout would have been different. But I mean, it's fun to play in a meta where, you know, sometimes you don't know what to expect, and best of one with no sideboards, you're going to see a little bit more creativity in the decks, and that's why I enjoy playing best of one, because like it's just a different way to play where, you know, it gives you a little bit more creative freedom. But yeah, absolutely enjoyed the deck, and yeah, we'll call it here, and then we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.